Well, the sun has set on the first of many hot days. Tomorrow is expected to be even hotter. We're officially under a KREM 2 weather impact alert as we head into the weekend. Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where we give you more news in less time. I'm Amanda Rowley. Mark is off tonight. With triple digits in our near future, let's start off with meteorologist Michelle Boss to find out when this heat impact will impact us the most. Michelle?
Tomorrow is going to be the hottest day. This is, of course, our second heat wave of the year. Might not be quite as hot as what we saw during the last one where we hit 107 degrees, but it's certainly going to be breaking some records. In fact, we tied a record today at 101. It's currently still 91 in Spokane, 80 in Moses Lake, 89 in Lewiston. Hey, warmer in Spokane than it is in Lewiston right now. A very refreshing 68 degrees in Sandpoint. But excessive heat warnings cover all the areas shaded in bright pink. Heat advisories, the areas shaded in orange, just a little bit cooler in those orange shaded areas. But overall, very hot for everybody tomorrow and through Saturday. We have clear skies right now, but our saving grace on Saturday, and one of the reasons we might not see another triple-digit day is because we are going to have a little bit more cloud cover, might even see some isolated thunderstorms Saturday night into early Sunday morning. But either way, it's still going to be very hot. Clear skies for tonight, sunshine for tomorrow, on our way to 105, just under 100 on Saturday, and still in the upper 90s on Sunday.
Whew. All right, thank you, Michelle. The ACLU of Washington is suing the city of Spokane for its laws prohibiting sleeping outdoors in public places. This comes after the Supreme Court decision in June that allows cities and counties to do this. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy joins us live with more on what this lawsuit entails.
Well, the Supreme Court allowed cities and counties to make decisions on people sleeping or camping on public property. And the ACLU of Washington's lawsuit alleges that the city of Spokane enforcing ordinances on the matter is unconstitutional.
Free water.
Dave Bilsland is volunteering this week with Cool Spokane, offering free water to anyone passing by City Hall on days that are 95 degrees or higher.
It's an important thing to do. It's about taking care of everybody.
Taking care of everybody, with Bilsland saying a big part of Spokane's population needing it the most are those without homes.
Most people do not choose to be homeless.
Last November, voters passed an ordinance that prohibited unauthorized camping on public property. The ACLU of Washington filed the suit on Thursday, saying the law functionally criminalizes homelessness, something Bilsland agrees with.
Being poor is not illegal.
The lawsuit argues against 3 city ordinances, making camping and sleeping on public property a misdemeanor, sitting or lying on public property between 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. a misdemeanor, and the city having the ability to remove, destroy, or hold on to the property of people who have been found camping.
We know that criminalizing homelessness does not work.
Councilman Paul Dillon for Spokane District 2 says the ordinances in place only work effectively if those who respond aren't always law enforcement.
What we really need to move towards, I think, is this alternative response system where we do have trained medical workers.
Something Councilman Dillon says the city needs funding for. But in the meantime, Bilsland supports the lawsuit.
When I've seen these ordinances, this type of ordinance, all it does is cause people heartache.
As he helps the population get cooler.
Councilman Dillon did not comment on the lawsuit as he and other council members have not gotten the paperwork yet. This is an ongoing story we're going to continue to follow as it develops. In Spokane, Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
Thank you, Connor. The Latah County Sheriff's Office lifted some evacuations in the town of Kendrick. This comes after a grain elevator collapse forced people from their homes this afternoon. You can see in this picture a large portion of the wall cracked open and grain flooded the street. People living within a 2-block radius of the elevator are still ordered to leave immediately and stay away. But those living from 5th Street to Highway 3 can now return home. The Sheriff's Office says a structural engineering firm will look into the damages tomorrow. Also new tonight, Washington Attorney General Bob Ferguson announced a resolution in an ongoing investigation. It requires Dollar Tree to pay nearly $200,000 to test children's products more thoroughly. The investigation found school supplies sold by the national retailer had illegal levels of toxic heavy metals like lead and cadmium. The agreement reached in King County Superior Court means Dollar Tree avoids a lawsuit. But again, companies outside of the U.S. making their products must now go through extra testing and verification. A foster mother will not be charged after accidentally leaving a 1-year-old child in a hot car while she was at work. It happened in May last year at Good Samaritan Hospital in Puyallup. When the foster mom, who works at the hospital, found the child in the car, she rushed him inside. But it was too late and the child died. In a memo obtained by our sister station in Seattle, the Pierce County prosecutor said the foster mom was recovering from COVID at the time. She dropped kids off at multiple locations on her way to work and forgot to drop the baby off at daycare as planned. The Pullman father suspected of kidnapping his 2-year-old daughter is expected in federal court tomorrow morning. That's according to the U.S. Attorney's Office. Aaron Ung was arrested in Mexico earlier this month with his daughter and his fiance, 1 month after skipping a custody exchange. He was being held in Arizona and arrived back in Whitman County yesterday. Ung is now facing international kidnapping charges. Now tonight, with a quick look at the day's top stories. Skylar Meade was booked into Nez Perce County Jail this morning to face murder charges for the death of a Julietta man. The Idaho prisoner broke out of a hospital in Boise. He led police on a 36-hour manhunt across the state in March. Meade is accused of killing 83-year-old James Money near Leland, Idaho, while on the run. Meade and his alleged accomplice were indicted in June on those murder charges. He's already been sentenced to life with 30 years fixed in an Ada County courtroom for that escape. Coeur d'Alene will have a new mayor by this time next month. City Council unanimously appointed longtime City Councilman Woody McEvers. He will take over the remainder of current Mayor Jim Hammond's term. Hammond is stepping down to spend more time with family. McEvers is responsible for helping create the city's government cable station and helped push forward an update to McEwen Park. McEvers owns Rustler's Roost restaurant in Hayden and says he's used to working in the back of the house, but he'll bring his commitment to customer service to his mayoral position.
If you put good people around you, and that's the council and all the people that work here, staff and directors, these guys know what they're doing. You just have to give them the time to think about it and ask questions.
Mayor Jim Hammond is retiring midway through his term. McEvers will officially take over on September 1st. Washington's first ever case of chronic wasting disease has been detected in Spokane County. The Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife confirmed the case in an adult female white-tailed deer found dead in the Fairwood area of North Spokane. The disease has been detected in game in 34 other states, but never in Washington until now. If you hunt in the area, you are strongly encouraged to have your game tested. The disease is ultimately deadly to deer, elk, and moose, and there is no cure. And that was your Night Beat. To learn more about any of these stories, just head to our website, KREM.com. Now tonight, researchers are trying to figure out how this humpback whale lost its tail. The Whale Museum in Western Washington captured this video showing the whale's fluke severed. Researchers believe the whale got tangled in some type of gear. It was first spotted with the injury in early July in British Columbia. Since then, it's made its way to the San Juan Islands. The research director says, unfortunately, she thinks the whale will likely die soon because of the injury.
It's going to have a really hard time escaping predators. The day that it was sighted here and that we got those images, it was actually in really close proximity to a group of Biggs killer whales or transients. And it would not fare well if I think it did run into a group of those killer whales.
She says other problems include a lack of food and not being able to swim. And that was KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where you get more news in less time.